Now back to the Brian Zimmerman Show. Here's Brian.
Hi, everyone. Brian here. Welcome back to another episode of the Brian Zimmerman Show. Hey, today I thought I would talk about Glassdoor. For those who don't know what Glassdoor is, it's basically a website where you can go on and check out company information. There's things on there like salary information, job postings, interview questions that people were asked, and also company reviews, both positive and negative from current and former employees. And basically what I do is I go on there if I got a job offer, I will go on there and check out the company and check out their reviews. On this one particular company, I was contacting the CEO for a couple of email outreaches, and finally, I think after maybe 8 or so emails, he finally got back to me, and I quote, he wrote, "Hey Brian, your relentless push has worked," and we set up an interview. Quick interview, but he was a cool guy, and this was a company that I really wanted to work for. And so I got talking with two other people at the organization, and then they had sent me an offer. Now you can argue the fact of maybe should do some research prior to all of that, and theoretically maybe I should have. So I wanted to share with you some negative reviews that this particular company had received. There's about 57 reviews. I'm not going to get to all of them. It's a revolving door. I knew within the first 2 weeks I had made a mistake. The turnover is high. A lot of office politics, favoritism, long hours expected with no promotion or raise. Toxic work culture. Look elsewhere. Awful management, unengaging work. The culture and ego of the CEO, executive staff makes it miserable. Beware. Advice to management. Fire and replace yourselves. Will take years off of your life. Toxic work culture. CEO is a narcissist. People work 60 plus hours a week, but it's never enough. Horrible. This company does not care about their employees. A woman had been working there for about 9 years, decided to quit based on the way management was treating her. Advice to management. Value your employees. Treat them like people. Start paying them what they deserve. And that's pretty much my advice to companies is value your employees. Treat them like people and pay them what they're worth, not what you think they're worth. Turn around and go back. Huge gap in benefits between upper management and everyone else. The CEO is easily the worst CEO. And this was, again, who I originally spoke to. I think a lot of people in interviews, they seem nice and cordial. And I think once you start working with them, their true colors start to show then, right? They want to make a good first impression for the most part. I mean, I had interviews where it wasn't like that. Run far, far away. I'm not trapped here anymore. An absolute disaster of a company. Employees are completely miserable. Run away far, far away. Steer clear. New CEO is greedy. Anyone who's not in upper management is massively underpaid. Keep looking. This is not a good place to work. Constantly changing vision and direction. No job security. Toxic environment from day to day. See, that's the other thing I have an issue with, is constantly changing vision. If a company doesn't know who they are and keeps changing who they are, it's just a big mess. Don't work for a company like that. Pros, your paychecks don't bounce, which is amazing every time. Management is terrible and has no respect for employees. Long hours and will be tedious. Don't do it. You'll be promised the moon, but you'll be worked to death. Laid off numerous people with no severance pay, despite years of working there. Advice to management, less micromanagement. Another big issue of mine that I have. Toxic work culture. Forget about having a life-work balance while working here. The culture is wait and see how long everyone else stays at night, so you are not the first one to leave and go home. Bad decisions over and over. Not recommended. A lot of micromanaging, again. Management will blame you for mistakes that they make. That's interesting. Burnout is real. You are worked very hard. And the list goes on. I mean, this is scary stuff. I'm glad I didn't work there. I'm glad I didn't accept the offer. I mean, it's unimaginable how any company can have such bad reviews and still be in business, because this is a reflection of not just not just the company, but the employees and customers and the culture and all that other sort of thing. So again, this is really a tool to help job seekers as a guide for them when they're making decisions about who to work for, especially like myself. When I have an offer, it's always useful and helpful to read this. Now, granted, there's a lot of companies who have a lot of positive reviews, and so I'm not trying to bash negative reviews, but I think as a job seeker, it's vital. There's one more I wanted to share with you. This was a company that I again was reaching out to over and over, and finally, the CEO who I was calling picked up. He told me that he was on vacation with his wife somewhere in some cabin in Vermont or somewhere. But he gave me his cell phone number to call him the following week, which was interesting. We had a great conversation. What happened was I called the cell phone number the next week, and he just never answered, never bothered to return my calls. 2.9. Okay, this is the rating. 2.9. 30% approval of the CEO. This might be actually worse than the last one. A lesson about red flags. Strict 9 to 6 hours. Time the tenants at the door. You will be fired if you get in late. A minute late. Okay. Everyone is extremely low pay. Very abusive place. Leadership and environment are highly toxic and abusive. A suffocating atmosphere of fear and obsession. The CEO management style is marked by verbal abuse, hurling insults, and belittling remarks. They take daily attendance of every employee. Listen to this one. They take daily attendance of every employee that walks into the building with the threat of being terminated if you show up just 1 minute late. Think about that. What is it, nursery school? Horrible toxic culture and work environment. They overwork everyone. They expect you to work overtime most of the time. And if you want a life outside of work, then this is not the company for you. They lie to their clients. They fudge reports and sometimes have committed fraud. Low pay, long hours, no respect. Advice to management: retire. You all suck. You had a great run screwing up everyone's lives of many people and families. The CEO is horrible. Again, a comment about you're expected to be at your desk before 9 a.m. And if you're not, your name goes on a list. I mean, how pathetic and insulting and a threat to you will be made of firing you. I mean, I just can't. I mean, you can talk about toxic. If you look up toxic in a dictionary, this company should be the definition. So if you don't know about Glassdoor and you're a job seeker, or you're thinking about, switching jobs, or even wanting to look up your own company you work for now, Glassdoor.com. That is all for today. I am Brian. Thanks for tuning in. I will see you on the next episode.